I am going briefly to talk about the plant viruses. Along with fungi, bacteria, nematodes, plant viruses are the fourth most important group of plant pathogens. There is hardly any economically important plant which is not infected by the plant viruses. Whether we like them or dislike them, the plant viruses are the part of every agroecological system, and the diseases caused by the plant viruses are considered as the most fatal one. Those plants which are infected by the plant viruses have hardly any chance to survive. There is a global paradigm shift about the viruses and their ability to cause the disease and the amount of damage they can cause since the COVID-19 pandemic. And now the virus word is more associated with some kind of tiny creature which cannot even seen under a compound microscope. And there is always a mystery associated with the virus and its ability to replicate inside the host and to hijack its protein making machinery. And undoubtedly, viral diseases are the most dangerous diseases because it is very difficult to control the virus once it is present inside its host. And the viruses or the infectious mean that they can be transferred from the disease organism to the healthy one. On lighter side, plant viruses are considered as the most loyal partners and they remain with their host till the death. And the obvious reason of their loyalty is that because they are so much dependent on their host for their replication. The first indication that the plants are infected by the viruses comes from the poem of Japanese princess which was written in 752 AD. However, in the history there was a phenomena occur which is known as tulimemia, which occurred between 1600 to 1660, where the flowers which gave a mosaic appearance uh, fetch more price as compared to the healthy one. And during the tulimemia, the price of one bulb of tulip, which is infected with the tulip mosaic virus, was equal to 4 tons of wheat, 4 barrels of beer, 1,000 pounds of cheese, 4 fat oxen, and 12 fat sheep. So it is the fact that historically plants were infected with the viruses, but mostly they are not uh, considered as the infected one. Even the paintings which were made during Tulimenia also showed the flowers which gave the mosaic appearance. One disease which set the tone for a new discipline which we now call virology or plant virology was the tobacco mosaic virus. In this particular disease, the infected leaf give different patterns of light green, yellow green, dark green on the same leaf. Tobacco was the cash crop at that time, and lot of revenue was generated by cultivation of the tobacco plant. So therefore, lot of interest was also created among scientists to know the causal organism of mosaic disease of tobacco. And finally, Mayer in 1886 concluded that mosaic disease of tobacco was actually caused by some kind of infectious agent which is present in the infected plant sap, and it can easily transmissible when we paste the infected plant sap on the leaves of the healthy plant. Ivanovsky in 1892 finally concluded that infectious agent was not the bacterium because when he filtered the sap of infected plant through special chamber, which can restrict the bacteria, but still, when he put the sap on the leaves of healthy plant, the disease was produced. So he finally concluded it was not a bacterium, but some kind of a toxin which make the plant ill. Although the findings of Mayer and Ivanovsky were excellent, but it is also fact that these findings were either ignored by the scientific community of that time or they simply not reached to them. So it was the Beijing who in 1898 came out with the term Vivum contagium fluidum as the possible causal organism of mosaic disease of virus. And for his excellent work, he is regarded as the father of plant virology. Later on, different scientists work on the different aspect of plant viruses, and Bauer in 1904 proven that the plant viruses can be transmitted by grafting. It was W. M. Stanley who isolated the viral protein of tobacco mosaic virus, and for his excellent work, he was given Nobel Prize of Chemistry in 1936. And in the same year, Barden and Piri finally came out with the idea that the virus is made up of nucleoprotein. It took another 20 years for Girer and Shrimp to prove that the infection of viruses is due to their nucleic acid and it not due to the protein code. And O'Diner in 1971 found that the plant disease is also caused by viroids. If we review the basic facts about the plant viruses, the one thing is that all the viruses are made up of nucleoprotein. And as we talked earlier, the infection of the plant viruses is because of its nucleic acid, and the function of protein is to protect this nucleic acid against the nucleases as well as help the virus to attach itself with the vector. The nucleic acid of the plant viruses is either RNA or the DNA. All the plant viruses are infectious in nature, mean they can be transferred from the diseased plant to the healthy one. The size of plant viruses in nanometer and they are not visible under compound microscope. All plant viruses are obligate parasites or the biotrophs, which means they can't live without their living host. So it also means you can't grow them on the media plates in the laboratory. Plant viruses always found inside the host cell, and that is why their invasion is known as intracellular. On this aspect, they are different from plant pathogenic fungi because we can find them both intracellularly as well as intercellularly. And same is the story of the plant parasitic nematodes. However, phytobacteria always found intercellularly. Plant viruses are non-cellular entities. They don't have the organelles to perform different functions and they are totally dependent on their host for their replication. Plant viruses can't enter inside their host by themselves. They either need wound or some kind of help, which is mostly provided by the insects to enter inside their host. Another important feature of the plant viruses is that they never consume the host cell or never produce any kind of toxin to kill it. And in this aspect, they are very much different from the rest of the pathogens like fungi or the bacteria or the nematode. Unlike to the fungi or the bacteria, plant viruses are rarely controlled by the application of the chemicals. The chemicals such as antibiotics or the fungicides or the nematicides are ineffective against the plant viruses. Virus, like the bacteria, never increases its size, rather only increase its number when it is present inside the host cell. Plant viral diseases are influenced by different phenomena going around, such as the climate change and the global trade. And it is known fact that in an era of climate change and global trade, there would be more and more plant viral diseases, and their intensity would also be increased. Similarly, some of the viruses are considered as a tool for the future biological warfare because the amount of the damage they can cause and the difficulty in controlling them. However, many of the plant viruses have the beneficial role. For example, cauliflower mosaic virus, which is used as a tool in the molecular biology, and some of the mild strains of the viruses help to protect the plants against the attack of the severe strains, and this phenomena is known as the cross protection. Similarly, plant viruses such as tomato yellow leaf curl virus help the tomato plants against the abiotic stresses. So new phenomena are coming out from the study of the plant viral diseases, which are both harmful as well as beneficial. If we look at the economic side of the plant viral diseases, one thing is sure that there is hardly any economically important crop which is not attacked by the plant viruses. Even a single strain of the virus can attack more than one plant species. So, in terms of money, it is estimated that there is loss of $30 million due to the plant viruses, and 50% of the newly emerging diseases are actually the viral diseases. The nature of the plant viral diseases is cryptic and latent, so that make them more dangerous as we can't judge them when they are present in the field until and unless they killed or already damaged the plant. Similarly, the detection of the plant viruses is quite difficult as well as uneconomical as compared to the bacterial or the fungal infection. And the control of the plant viral diseases is also very difficult because plant viruses hijack the host machinery. So it is always difficult to kill plant virus while it is present inside the host cell. If we look at the plant viral disease scenario in Pakistan, there is hardly any economically important crop which is not attacked by the plant viruses. Here is the list of important plant viruses which are isolated and characterized from Pakistan, such as cotton leaf curl virus, banana bunchy top virus, barley yellow dwarf virus, tomato leaf curl virus, chili venal mottle virus, cucumber mosaic virus, sugarcane mosaic virus, potato leaf roll virus, potato virus X and Y, and citrus testisa virus. But remain sure that there are more viruses are also reported from Pakistan, and in future it is expected that there would be more and more viral diseases found from the plantations of Pakistan. So the disease scenario in Pakistan is quite bleak, and there is always danger of the crop failure, and also these viral diseases pose threat to the food security of Pakistan. So they needed to be studied, and as well as different measures must be taken to control them.